You're gonna have to get your hands dirty with this one. So first things you're gonna do is you're gonna crack one. In this pot, I'll put some hibiscus leaves and let them boil. Now that they're boiling, so about 5 minutes in, you want to put my darlings, thank you so much for tuning in and stopping by and visiting with me on today. I'm so glad you took the moment to take a peek and see what was going on in Mama Kim's kitchen. So guess what? I'm so excited because today we're on day 4 of our 30 for 30. That's right, 30 meals in 30 days. They said she couldn't do it. I'm on my way. I'm 4 in already. So 30 meals in 30 days, and we're on meal number 4. So what's for dinner today? Today we made some veggie burger sliders and seafood burger sliders. You know, sliders, the little bitty burgers with the veggie patty and the seafood patty instead of regular hamburger. That's what we're doing today. So if you're a veggie burger lover and you'd love to know how to make homemade veggie burgers from scratch all by yourself, and they don't have to be black bean, or if you're a seafood lover like me and you would love to have a little slider but you really don't want the beef and all of that other kind of stuff, but you kind of want a burger, stay tuned and let's get started. Now for this particular recipe, and it's going to go very quickly and very easily, we're going to make 2 different types of slider burgers. So you're going to need about 1/2 pound of shrimp. I got the large kind because we're going to cut it up really fine. We're going to need about 6 ounces or so of crab meat. That is the claw meat. You're going to need some diced tomatoes, a 1/4 cup of liquid smoke, a bell pepper, zucchini, a few green onions, and these actually are sweet potatoes that we're going to use, but these are the Chinese sweet potatoes. They're white. They're already cut and washed, and we're going to use we're going to wash those. Well, washed. I'm sorry, cut and washed, and an onion, and 1 can of chickpeas. Okay, guys. Since we're making 2 separate types of sliders, we're going to do both batters really quickly, and then I'm going to show you how to put them together. So first we're going to work on our veggie burger sliders. I've already taken my sweet potatoes and steamed them. I'm using my blender, because my food processor, because it makes quick work of it instead of you having to you know, mash it with your hands. The beauty of having the Ninja Pro Set, because you got your food processor and your blender and then your personal bullet thing, majigger, where you make personal smoothies all in one, all at the same time. Okay, so we've already put in our sweet potatoes and our zucchini. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put in a little bit of our diced tomatoes. We're saving some so that we can use them for the other ones. We're going to go ahead and put in our chickpeas, and you see I've already chopped up some green onion and mixed it in with the chickpeas. Okay, then you're going to put in some of your bell peppers and onions that you've already chopped. Okay, then we're going to put the top on it and blend it all together. And I'm gonna, this has one of those little steam release things, and because my sweet potatoes and my zucchini is hot, I'm gonna leave it up just in case the steam, so it doesn't, you know, pop off. You're just gonna pulse it because you want it to be like a little ground meat kind of consistency and not like puree. Okay, so now that we got it blended for the most part, what we're going to do is start incorporating in our seasonings. So we're going to put in our liquid smoke. Now notice I said a 1/4 cup of liquid smoke, but we're only going to use half of this for this. We're going to use the other half for the other. Okay, so we got a 1/4 cup of liquid smoke. You're going to put in some smoked paprika, some some sea salt and pepper, and a little garlic powder. And then we're going to go back to blending. Now you got your seasonings all blended in really well. But Miss Kim, how's it going to hold together? Glad you asked that question. We're going to sprinkle in some breadcrumbs to give it a little thickness. About a 1/2 cup to a cup of breadcrumbs. Blend it together and then it'll be ready to make patties. How suddenly it started to look doughy as opposed to runny. That's what you're looking for. Let's get this thing out of here. And then we're going to put this in a bowl and set it to the side. Wash out our processor, and then we're going to get started on the other burgers. Okay, now that we have that sitting to the side, now it's time to get started on our other one. Now what we're going to do is we have our shrimp that we've already sauteed, because you don't want to put it in there raw, because we want everything to kind of already be cooked when you get ready to make it. Plus, we're going to bake these in the oven instead on top of the stove. And then we're going to put in our crab meat with some of our green onion, some onion and bell pepper, just a little bit of the tomatoes, not a lot because you don't want so much juice in this. A little bit of the diced tomatoes. And for this, we're going to use a splash of the liquid smoke, some garlic powder, a little sea salt, and we're going to use some lemon pepper seasoning. It's fish. Lemon goes good on fish, or seafood rather. Okay, then now we're going to put in some breadcrumbs in this as well to help it bind. And you can put an egg in yours. I prefer not to. For me, it just makes it even more mushy. And then we'll put the top on. That is ready to be made into patties. So now we're going to move all of this extra stuff out of our way here. And guys, as you can see, I have a cookie sheet, 2 cookie sheets here, lined with some foil paper to get my patties ready. Now, the thing that you got to know about veggie burgers and salmon burgers, I mean not salmon, excuse me, seafood burgers, is that when you make these kind of things from scratch, first of all, we're making sliders, so we're making small patties. But when you make these kind of things from scratch, you have to give them time to set. So you have to put them in the freezer for about 30-40 minutes so that it can hold its form. And then that way you don't have a veggie burger that's falling all apart when you bite into it. One thing I hate about black bean burgers when most people cook them is that you bite into it and it just falls all apart in your mouth, and then it's just a big mess and you don't get to enjoy it. And so so that's why you should really stick it in your patties in the freezer for a short period of time, 30 minutes. You can even stick them in the freezer overnight and have them ready to cook for the next day. Okay, so that's our veggie burger. Now we have switched sides and we're doing our little seafood sliders. And notice how, guys, I'm making them small because we have slider buns. And slider buns are itty bitty, so you can eat more than one. So we're making small patties with these. And you put your breadcrumbs inside of the dough, or dough, not dough, inside of the mixture. That way it helps it to hold together, and then you don't have to worry about, you know, mixing it in and all that kind of stuff to try to get it to form. So we got it to form. Now, we're going to cook them in an oven today, not on top of the stove. We're going to cook them in the oven at 400 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, guys, so we had our veggie burgers and our seafood sliders in the freezer for about 40 minutes. I covered them with foil before I put them in, and as you can see, they're already frozen. Because it doesn't take long and got a little ice cast on them. So now what we're going to do is we're going to spray them a little bit with some cooking oil. Cooking spray. And then we're spraying with a little cooking spray. And then we're going to put these in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15-20 minutes. And these are going to be ready. Okay, guys, so we have our slider buns that I've already toasted and melted a little cheese on top. And we have our veggie burgers, sliders that we made, and our seafood burger sliders. And we've cooked those in the oven for about 15-17 minutes at 400 degrees, and they're ready to go. So now we're going to build. So first thing we're going to do is I actually melted a little cheese on top of mine. I'm using Havarti. You can use whatever kind of cheese you like. You can dress these burgers up however you like. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to use a little shredded romaine lettuce that I've cut up myself here. I'm putting a little, and it looks a little sloppy, but it's going to be pretty when you're done, I promise. And so we're going to put a little bit of lettuce, not a whole lot, because remember you have slider buns which are small. So you don't want to put too much because you don't want it falling all apart when you're biting into it. So we're going to put our shredded lettuce on, and then I'm going to set the bun on top, the veggie burger on top of those two, and then I'm going to set my seafood burger on top of these two. Okay, so now on my veggie burger, I am going to put, instead of mustard and ketchup, I'm just going to put a little relish, a little pickle relish that I picked up that I like, a little pickle relish, and I am going to use just a little bit of barbecue sauce. And sometimes I make my own barbecue sauce, but with little recipes like this, you want to do it quick, hey. And you can actually buy sugar-free barbecue sauce. It's a little bit more pricey than regular barbecue sauce, but it's so worth it. It still tastes just as good. Okay, so a little barbecue sauce and a little relish, and those two are ready. So we're going to sit those back on the plate. And these are our seafood ones. So for the seafood ones, I'm actually going to put a little cocktail sauce in. If you watched my fish and chips video, you know I make my own cocktail sauce. So put a little cocktail sauce on it, a little homemade. Spread that on top, and then I'm going to put some banana peppers on top to dress it up a little bit. Just a couple, because again these are sliders, so they're small. Then we're going to put our bun on top and transfer that one over to the plate, and these guys are ready to eat, and they're going to be absolutely delicious. All right, my darlings, so there we have it. We made us some wonderful veggie burger sliders and some seafood burger sliders, and they were quick, easy, and they are oh so good. Now And somebody tell me what this foolishness is right here. I had 4 sliders on this plate. Y'all saw the picture? 4. 2 of them are missing. I know who took them. That's all right though. Still got 2. So, this is what we are having for dinner today. Now, what can you put with these little sliders to make it a full meal? You can put you some steamed vegetables with it. You can eat a salad with it. You can have some French fries, which are, you know. Or you can have some oven baked or oven crisp sweet potato fries, which we will learn one day soon, which is not bad for you to go with these, but they are absolutely delicious. So give this recipe a try. Now, if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Wait a minute. This time. Yeah. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up, say you like it, and guess what? Share this video. Share this video with someone you think might be interested in some of these recipes and looking at different ways to make some food. I know my children probably, well, one of them won't want this because it's veggie burger. One of them will want this because it's a veggie burger, but the rest of them, they're carnivores. All of them, even the grandbabies. It's hard. Anyway, so go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. If you like what you saw, I'm gonna keep giving you as much content as I possibly can. Hopefully good content, at least that's what I'm striving for. Because I want to give you what you want to see. Now, thank you so much for stopping by and visiting with me today in our 30 for 30 meals in 30 days. And this is meal number 4. We on our way, y'all. We on our way. So y'all have a wonderful evening. God bless you. I love you. Thank you so much. And happy cooking.